Hi everybody, Renee here with Luminous Cosmetics, and boy, do I need some sleep. Can you check these under eye circles out? Oh my goodness, and these blemishes and the redness. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna do? We're gonna airbrush it away, and I have absolutely zero worries about how beautiful this is gonna look once we're all cleaned up and ready to go. We're going to banish those blemishes. We are going to brighten those dark spots. We are going to just make everything look amazing, beautiful, flawless, and put together just for you. So I hope that you are interested in learning more about airbrushing, getting started with what comes in your kit, and also teaching you just a few more tricks about focusing on some of those areas that might be not your favorite part about waking up and getting that makeup on. Now, we've all been going through a ton of stress right now, and we're working on getting a little bit more sleep if we can. And those are things that are definitely going to help. But that doesn't mean we don't have some of the problems that we are all facing. So if you are new to us, please subscribe or turn on those notifications. You don't want to miss a thing, because we're going to talk about getting started with airbrushing for sure, but we're also going to tackle some of the questions that you have about coverage and evening out all of our little problem areas, and we're going to work on that together. All right, let's get started with just getting started with some of the few tips right here to really help you get going and get the best results out of your airbrushing. So we want to keep that stylus moving. We want to stay 4 fingers width from the skin, and we want to barely pull back on that trigger. And we're going to do that in a demo right now on some paper. Now, the reason why we do this demo on paper is because it gives us a really easy way to see how the product is working. So we're going to just use a foundation, and we are going to, this one is camera shy. There we go. See? We're just going to use a little foundation into that stylus right here, and we're going to try that out. Now, this is our spill-proof cap. You want to hold this one just like a pen, and we're going to do those few steps here. We're going to barely pull back on that trigger. We're going to keep that moving. Now, we don't want to get too close, because see what happens? We don't want to open that trigger too much. Again, see what happens? We want to just get that gentle, even, light coverage by continuing to move our stylus and build the coverage. If you are joining us, please say hey, because we'd like to know that you're here. And we're going to tackle some of these common problems with just a few products before we get started with foundation. And before we tackle, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a half and half. We're going to tackle this side with just foundation. And then we're going to do, just so you can see, so here's our foundation. We're going to tackle this side with foundation. And we'll tackle the other side with a few extra pieces and steps for those products that you might want to add a little bit more, that might need a little bit more tweaking and a little bit of extra help. So let's do it that way. I think that'll be a really great way to demo that. So we're going to start from the top here, and we're just going to do one pass over our skin and try to combat all of those issues that we have here. Hi, Jeannie. We are practicing on covering extra blemishes and redness. So this is now our one pass here of our foundation. We still can see some of these dark spots. We still see some of that redness around the nose. And I don't know about you, but I tend to break out more on my chin. So there we can see just what the foundation can do on its own. And this is just one pass. Now on this side, I'm going to show you, and we'll end up adding another pass to it too. But on the other side, what I'm going to show you is why we have other products like Eraser. Eraser is a redness neutralizer and a skin brightener. We're going to put that down. It's got a lot of redness going on and some dullness going on to the skin. So we're going to add eraser. So again, I find that they tend to work a little bit better when you hold them to the side versus straight up and down. And this is eraser. Hi, Patty. And that's going to help us brighten some of this darkness. You can already see we're brightening that up. We are softening that redness. Let me tuck that hair there. So you can already see that we're starting to neutralize. We've still got that lot of redness going on over there. Remember, this side is foundation only. This side is eraser only. All right, let's go in and add just a bit more coverage. Now, eraser is definitely taken down that redness, but what I can still see are some of those dark spots that I want to cover. So, plus my lid is pretty dark and I've got a nice deep little shadow here. So when we go to get a little bit more coverage, I'm going to grab our CC concealer in warm beige. Now I'm going to do a few drops of this guy. And now the CC concealer is absolutely hands down our most coverage in our concealer products. So let's get in there and tackle those bad boys. So see how we're making that darkness disappear? Now don't worry. I'm going to do this under my foundation. So my foundation is going to blend all of that out. So I'm definitely getting more coverage there. It's more concentrated. I'm using just the tiniest bit. Definitely going to get around that nose. So now we're starting to tackle those dark spots. And now I feel confident that I can finish with just a few. That really, guys, that only takes just a few drops. Now we're going to use the number 4 in the Mystic Foundation. Oh, sorry. Oh, no, that was number 3. I need number 4. All right, we'll just mix some 4 in there. So this one is a little camera shy. See, I think it's the angle that really helps. All right. Now I can use that, just so you know, foundation only. No foundation, just concealer and some eraser for redness. So now let's go back into the foundation and we'll finish this side and then we'll come back and show you what another pass will look like on this side. Okay, we are seeing that flawlessness coming through. So you are looking at the layers and the work of adding those passes to your airbrush look. Now we're blending away all that redness. Do you see the difference? Again, we're still seeing a few things under here. Again, this is just one pass, so we could always do that again. But we were able to get one pass of foundation on this side because we did a little bit of the work up front. So let's try this side with a pass number 2. Some of that redness around the nose. All right, now do we see the difference here? So this one, we went in and tackled some of those problem areas. And this side, although it looks really beautiful, we can still see some of those deeper areas. So if you are having troubles without wanting to continue to put more and more passes on of your foundation, you can layer them. You can layer just a few of our secret weapons in there, and those are going to be our eraser and our CC. So I really love the results. I'm really liking the results of this side. I feel like they did a little bit more on the coverage because I was able to target those areas. And in the general pinky redness, I think is more neutralized on this side, and that comes from that eraser. So although we might get some of the coverage of the redness on this side, I feel like we still have a little bit of that peeking through, and this is going to give us a little bit more of that even neutral skin tone. So I'm hoping that you guys can see the difference of what we're doing here. Again, had just some problem areas, some redness, some dark spots. We've gotten great coverage on both sides, but this side is just taking it up just a little bit more with a little bit of that extra coverage. Heather calls it pre-coverage. Maybe we can come back here and give us just a little bit more. So it's allowing us to really see how we can manipulate our products and get the results that we want. See, I'm still seeing some of these. There we go. So you can get really great coverage with just foundation, but I think when you add in those extra secret weapons is you're going to find you're going to get not only good results, you're going to get great results. You're going to be just taken up just a notch. All right, let's get into wrapping up this look with a little blush. And now you might be saying, whoa, girl, hold on. You just took out all that pink in your face. And you know what? I did. So what we're going to do is add a little bit of blush, but I'm going to put a drop of eraser in it. It's going to give us just a little bit of, it's going to neutralize it just a smidge. Have a little foundation in there. I'm going to empty that out. Okay. I'm going to put a little blush in there. And then I'm going to put just a drop of eraser in there. There we go. Finger right over the top. Going to bubble that up. That's just going to mix it. It's like a little blender. All right. Now let's add the color where we want it. Because if you notice, we had color on the cheeks, but unfortunately it was mixed with some darker spots, so we had to neutralize it. So we're just putting a little bit of life back into our skin with the blush right there. So we have a little bit of life, and then we can go in and wrap up that look with a little bit of love. Again, just want to make sure I don't have any more foundation in there, and then we'll show you how to clean out your stylus. All right, let's wrap it up with a little love. And for me, I think on this look, I just want to do a little bit of love. I think my cheeks have had enough. So I just want to do a little bit of love down the center of my face. All right, let's clean out that stylus. Now, love, in case you don't know, it is a hydrating luminizer. It is going to give your skin a beautiful natural skimmix. It mimics the skin. We'll just make that a word now. It skimmicks the skin. All right, so we are going to add a little bit of Tip Top. Now, how I add Tip Top, I put 2 little dots in here. See that? I put 2 dots so that I don't dump it all out. Now I'm going to use a little bit of put my lid on there, and I'm going to shake it up because it's going to help me clean up the inside of my lid too. So on my makeup towel, I'm just going to empty that whole foundation well out. I would recommend highly doing this after every single time. Wipe that all out. And if you have, you can also use a makeup eraser cloth. Whoop, upside down. You can wipe all of this down. Nice and clean. So you can see we've got that all cleaned out, ready to go for tomorrow. All right, everybody, Heather will be with you this afternoon, and we'll check in with you later. Bye, guys.